everyone, and welcome back to Pipes, Tobacco, and Whiskey. This is not for one time, not two times, but the third time that we're trying to record this episode for you. We were at the deer lease, and the conditions there were just not favorable for recording. No. Windy outside. Our camper was like really cramped and smoky on the inside. So we decided, well, let's just get home, make our recording, and then we'll get it out there. So we literally got home, had a sandwich, and here we are. Mm-hmm. So anyway, today we're talking about Sutliff's Match Victoria. Used to be called Match Dunhill Elizabethan mixture, but now it's called Match Victoria. And this is a match to the Dunhill Murray version, which was many years ago. Yeah. Not the current one for the Scandinavian Tobacco Group. So, anyway, this is a Virginia Perique. So, it's got Virginias in it, two different types of Virginias. It's got Perique in it. There's no flavoring or casings in this one. Uh-huh. Ribbon cut. We got this in bulk. It's in bulk form. And actually, I bought this from smokingpipe.com. You can get it at pipesandcigar.com. You can also get it at cupofjoes.com and Four Noggins and some other places. So, this is a popular one that's out there. Pretty much any place that sells Sutliff brands, you can get this one. The strength on this one is about a medium. And the taste is, I would consider medium to full on this one. Yep. All right, so let's talk about this one.
10 note, everybody. That's what it is. So I just want to start this off and say I really liked this tobacco.
The 10 note on this one, I get, it's typical of Virginias. It's grassy, kind of hay smell. There's a mustiness to it. Ever so slightly kind of a vinegary,
a bit sour,
acidic background. Yeah. I don't get a whole lot of I get a little bit of the dark fruit in here.
Yeah, I do too.
At one point, I thought I smelled some chocolate in there, but I don't get it today. So that's going to be hidden in there if it is in there.
Yeah, it's very subdued if there is some chocolate. I do get the hint of chocolate, but it's very subdued.
Pretty typical of Virginia Perique.
Yeah. The cut and the texture is different, though. It almost looks like it has Black Cavendish in it, but it has none. It is just composed of, it's a Virginia Perique blend, and then it has light Virginias and brown Virginias.
Right. And then, of course, the Perique.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's move on to taste then. I think this is pretty medium. You do not taste a lot of pepperiness. I don't know if you got the same, but I do not taste a lot of pepperiness from the Perique.
I read a lot of reviews on this one, and a lot of guys are talking about, the pepper hit is really strong. I love all the pepper. I don't get very much pepper in it at all. To me, it's pretty well balanced with the Virginias. I still think it's probably a 50-50 as far as the blend is concerned. Yep. I don't know if it's 50%. I'm sure it's not 50% Perique. But
oh God, no.
Yeah, that burned, scorched the back of your eyeballs. But it's the mixture is just well balanced. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, it's well balanced. There's not one that outstates another. They work in conjunction with each other. So I don't get much of that pepperiness, but I do get that grassiness.
I do too.
I do get that earthy kind of hint of floral in it.
Yeah, a bit of it. It's really a pleasant taste, like they aged the tobacco, or they did something different. Because there's no topping, there's no flavor.
Well, it's definitely milder than I have anticipated. I was going into this thinking, I'm not a big Virginia Perique fan.
Yeah.
And I was going into it going, I'm not sure how I'm going to feel about this. And, it's not harsh at all. It's pretty mellow. It's pretty mellow. So I think you're right. I think they've done something with those Virginias to age the leaf a little bit.
Yeah, to mature it.
Yeah, and get it to mature so that it's got a really good flavor. There's a toastiness to it.
Are you getting any because I'm getting a slight fruitiness, just like a plum or a fig flavor. Just not a real sweet, but kind of a bitter.
I do get a little bit of a dark fruit taste in there, maybe a fermented dark fruit taste in there.
Yeah,
it's
really nice.
Tasty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like it. Definitely there's an aftertaste that lingers after you let the smoke out, but it's not unpleasant. It's pleasant. It's agreeable.
Yeah.
It just kind of hangs in there, I don't know if it's an oiliness that's present in one of the leaves or something.
Maybe.
But it's pretty tasty. As I smoke this down, the Perique becomes a little more. It sticks its head out a little bit more as you smoke it down. So about 2/3 of the way down, I'm getting some of the Perique in there, but it's not really peppery to me. It's pretty pleasant.
Yeah, I get a little dawdle at the bottom when I've smoked a bowl or two before. As we said, this is our third shot. So I've gotten a little bit of it gets a little more peppery on the way down. And there is a little dawdle left over. But I can't tell if that's because of, the condition of the tobacco or the additive of the Perique or maybe what they did with the leaves, but maybe we should talk about the moisture level when it
back to the taste real quick. I know that the Virginias in this are nice and sweet.
Mm-hmm.
They are like I said, pretty mellow. They work together really well. I was really surprised with the taste on this one. I liked it. So going to your next statement about the moisture, I felt like it came to us a little bit more moist than I like.
Yeah. Me too.
I dried. I had a better experience with this one when I let it dry out, and I probably let it dry out for a good 15-20 minutes.
Yeah.
Just kind of let it sit there. And I also did that delayed gratification thing where I lit the top of it, and then set it down.
Yeah.
Came back to it, and tried it again, and that was really tasty too. Although in the condition that it's in, you can smoke it this way.
You could.
It's not going to set you on fire as long as your cadence is pretty, regular, normal.
Yeah.
But moisture level to me was a little bit wet.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the nick hit on this to me is about a medium.
Yeah, it's not like some of the other vapors I've smoked before where they've kind of been a little more on the stronger side. I would say I would put them at not strong, but this one is right there in the middle.
Yesterday when we were recording for the second time at the Deer Lease, I felt a stronger nicotine content than I did the first time I smoked it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't overpowering. But it's about a medium, about a medium nick hit.
That's what I would say too. Let's talk about the room note. What do you think about that?
Most people, I think, that are especially non-smokers would consider it at best tolerable, because to me it's typical of a vapor.
Yeah.
It's kind of strong. It has some of the hay smell in it a little bit,
which that would be something that some people could be drawn to, but then there's that curveball, I think, the Perique, that makes it a little stronger, that just kind of stands in the air a little bit more,
and it lingers.
It
hangs around. The smell does. Whereas we've got the garage door open right now, and I could walk away for 15 minutes after we were done, and it would still be here.
Yeah.
You could tell.
Yeah.
So even in our camper,
well, especially
we'd
in the
walk.
camper.
Yeah, we'd walk out of that to go do some stuff outside, come back in, and go, wow,
we were smoking this.
Yeah. So it does linger a little bit,
but it is a tolerable smell. Overall, I think this is a great tobacco that some of your non-aromatic guys could really get into. Your Virginia lovers, this could be an all-day smoke.
Yeah,
and it is.
especially
it's something
guys
I'm considering putting in my rotation.
Especially people that are Virginia Perique smokers. At this price point, this is a bargain. Because I'm not a vapor guy. I don't smoke vapors. I would smoke this one. And at what, $2.29
Yeah,
an ounce?
it wasn't bad.
Yeah, that, I mean, as opposed to what you would pay for a tin.
Yeah.
You know, this is a good bargain at a bulk price.
Yes, it is.
So I would really consider getting this for guys that are Virginia smokers.
Absolutely.
You know, it really never had a bite or a harshness to it as we smoked this several times. It leaves a little bit of moisture at the end of the smoke.
Just a slight.
Just a little bit. But, you know, it was a cool burn. It was I had to do a few relights, as you can probably tell. The taste was pretty consistent, other than the Perique coming out just a little bit more towards the end of the smoke. But for everything else, I thought it was pretty consistent. It's a full-bodied smoke. There's not a lot of complexity to it. Not a lot of just different flavors working in.
Yeah.
It is a vapor as everyone knows it. But what I really like about this is that the Virginias are really tamed. They're matured, and it's a smooth smoke. Rather than sometimes when you smoke those bright Virginias, you get that tanginess,
it's zingy,
coming right out. This doesn't have that. This is nice and mellow, and it's enjoyable.
Yeah.
I bet this would sell her really well.
Oh yeah.
Buy some of this at bulk price. Come on, you buy a pound of this stuff.
Just put half of it
and
away.
Put half of it away, and in 5 years you're gonna have something that you're really gonna enjoy.
Yeah, something that's gonna. I mean, this is probably a test of time. This is something that's really good. And I don't know what Murray's original recipe tasted like or anything.
Well, yeah, I haven't tried any of the Murray's blends, Dunhill blends either. I wish I had.
Yeah.
But when I was younger, we weren't as smart or as experienced as we are now. So I hadn't had a chance to do that, and I can't afford to buy
a $60 tin.
Well, probably even more than that, depending on its age.
Yeah.
One thing I did notice about this one is the lighter I packed it, the better it was.
Yeah.
So I do a gravity fill, then a light tamp, a gravity fill, and a little heavier tamp, gravity fill, and a little bit more pressure on that, and then that's where I leave it, and I smoke it that way. And for me, that's the best way it smokes.
Yeah,
so.
I tried packing it as a pinch pack or anything, and it just didn't work It worked, but it didn't work as well compared to the lighter.
But I do that also with the little bullseye.
Yeah.
Tobacco. I do the same thing. I don't. Some guys will just push it in their bowl as a bullseye. I rub it out, and then I gravity fill, and it just seems to be better for me that way, especially with Virginia.
Yeah. Well, what's the score?
I'm not a fan of vapors. I did like this one, but not enough to give it the 4 or 5 stars. So I'm going to give it a 3. But for a change of pace for me, who's a English smoker, I would go to this. And this wouldn't just totally burn up my mouth, or ghost my pipe or anything like that.
Yep.
So I give it a 3.
Yep. For me, I am a huge Virginia fan, and I've been harsh on some before, and I've been overly enjoyed and enthralled by some, as you guys have seen. There have been some Virginia blends that I've just been like to poo with, and then there's the one that I love that I gave the highest rating we give to.
You gave it 5?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
That one is the one I buy pounds at a time. And this one I would say is really nice for a vapor mix, and I'm going to give it a 4. just because I feel like they've done something very nice with the Virginias in it and the way they mix the Perique in there, where it's just a slight bit of Perique only there at the end of the bowl. But I will say that the condition of it coming in and having to relight and things like that probably keep me from giving it a 4.5 or anything above.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the other guys were talking about when they said this was like a really heavy peppery taste.
I'm not sure either.
It could be that maybe Sutliff has changed
They might have.
the recipe a little. I don't know. Or, you know, from year to year to year, crops change, the taste and leaves change, and
Just
so
like the weather does.
and it could be that we just got a pretty mild batch, but I love it as far as Virginia Periques go. So
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. So that brings us to a total score
of 3.5.
3.5.
Yeah, good.
So there we go. 3.5 stars from us here.
3.5 shots.
3.5 shots from us here at Pipes, Tobacco, and Whiskey. I want to say that we do appreciate you guys. We do appreciate your comments. And if you like the content that we're delivering, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. And we read all your comments, so please let us know if you have anything to say or anything you want to add. We do read them, and we try to get back to every single one of you guys.
Well, and with saying that, we've got 2 more match blends that we're going to do for the month of November, and then when we get into December,
We got some holiday.
we got
blends.
some holiday blends that we're going to do for you.
Some of those are my favorite when it starts getting really cold.
Yeah, well, and one of them's a super popular one that we get every Christmas time.
Yep.
So anyway, with that being said, again, thank you very much for watching. If you have any suggestions as to what you'd like for us to cover, please shoot us an email, comment underneath the video. We check all of those things. We also have a Facebook page.
Yep.
And then also you can contact me. There's contact information at the end of this video that you can contact me directly, and we'll squeeze it on there.
Yep.
So anyway, that's it for today.
for us.
That Sutliff match.
Elizabethan / match
Victoria. Yeah, so Match Victoria is what it's called now. But yeah. Anyway, thanks again, and don't forget, make all your piping moments count. We'll talk to you guys again later. Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you guys.